If you're a fan of the Subaru Outback and you've been anxiously awaiting an all-electric version to come out, your wait is over. Introducing the 2024 Subaru Outback electric vehicle, sold by Chevrolet. This is the Chevrolet Blazer EV. This is the LT. It's got a range of 279 miles, and the dimensions are incredibly similar to the popular Subaru Outback. Let me share these with you. Lengthwise, it's 192.2 inches versus the 191 inches of the Subaru Outback. Widthwise, it is a little bit wider. It's 5 inches wider, in fact. And one of the things that you notice is the planted stance. So take a look at the difference here in the width there and the width over here. So the planted stance is not just the width, but it's also, they've pushed the wheels out to the corners of the vehicle, so you can see there how closely that comes to the very front edge, as opposed to on the Subaru Outback. Let's take a look here at the rear wheels and look at the amount of space that you have from this rear wheel here to the rear end of the bumper, and compare that with the Blazer EV. So the Blazer EV is part of the GM Ultium platform. And so one of the differences is with Ultium is that this is designed to be an electric vehicle from the ground up. This was not an internal combustion engine platform converted to an electric vehicle. And because of that, they're able to put the wheels way out towards the corners, really impact the ride and handling stability, but also other characteristics of the car. So height-wise, virtually the same. Clearance-wise, virtually the same. They have very similar utility. There's a considerably more interior room on the Blazer EV than the Subaru Outback. Talking more about the Blazer EV, it's not just that it has 279 miles of range, but again, let me go to my cheat sheet here, if I can find it. It's in my pocket, this pocket here. 288 horsepower, 333 pound-feet of torque. Also super high-speed charging, up to 150 kilowatts of charging. So what I use for a point of reference on that is multiply it by 1.8, and so that gives us 270 miles per hour peak charging on a level 3 charger capable of 150 kilowatts or more. It also has a very flat charging curve, and what that means is that throughout, depending whether you're very low on energy, say you're below 30%, that's where you're going to get the majority of your charging, but it tapers off very slowly. So you're going to get very close or very high charging even when you're 60, 70, 80% of total capacity. So what we found on road trips with this car is at high-speed public charging stations, it charges very, very quickly. Let me show you some other modern features on this car. Up front, you've got LED daytime running lights that are dynamic, also serve as the turn signals, and you have walk away and walk up and charging animations as well. LED headlamps right there. And I'll just show you here when I lock and unlock it with the key fob, some of the lighting expressions that we've got there. We've got remote start built into the key fob here, 19-inch machine-faced aluminum wheels. So that's another plus up from our Subaru Outback. The charging is charging ports right there. And so here you've got your conventional level 1 and level 2 charge port, and then you would remove that for level 3 DC fast charging. So we go ahead and press that button there, and that's a lighted charge port, also helps you at night. Here on the door handles, we've got a passive lock unlock feature. Taking a look inside, we'll begin in the rear seat here, and we see premium materials throughout. Nice soft touch surfaces, premium French stitching. That's got a nice contrast to it. The seats feel great. Here in the back, we've got a 60/40 split folding rear seat. Folds down nice and flat and easily. So depending on your combination of people and cargo, you've got a lot of flexible solutions. Inside, incredibly spacious. We have incredible gains over the Subaru Outback, both in leg room, and you can see how much knee room that I've got here. And this driver's seat's back about 80%. So leg room, hip room, shoulder room, and headroom all have tremendous advantages over the Outback. Here you've got some Camaro inspired fresh air vents, USB ports there in the back. And then up front, you see this driver centric design. It's got the 17.7 inch driver information screen. Apologize for the light there. Paired with an 11 inch driver information screen, so 17.7 infotainment screen, I should say. So that gives you a total of 28.7 inches of screens that wrap around the driver. And you've got that nice thick leather wrapped steering wheel with various controls for different operations. Nice wide center console. Just really beautifully well appointed. We'll take a closer look up front. And a cool feature with the Blazer EV is when you step inside with the key fob, everything automatically turns on. So the car is ready to go. Still in demo mode here. And so this has the Google built in, which is the more I get to use it, more I love it. You can change drive modes, look at vehicle status. You can use the Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa. You've got your Wi-Fi hotspot here. You can manage charging. Google Maps is a great feature. Google Maps is the most popular map tool. I think it's 67% of all computer-assisted navigations done with Google Maps. And it works terrific from a charging perspective. So when we plot a route with the navigation, it automatically figures out where public charging is available to you. And I love using this. And so when we utilize public charging for a trip, what it does is it automatically preconditions the battery. So what battery preconditioning is having the battery at the optimal temperature to charge as fast as possible. And it's much more accurate through the navigation system because it's able to predict exactly what time you're going to need the battery at that temperature. So I find it much more effective. Now, this also has the enhanced vehicle braking features as part of the safety package, the Chevrolet Safety Sense. And so it even has like intersection automatic braking. So it's got the latest and greatest in those features. Also, I wanted to show you the high definition surround camera here. And so you've got a standard view, overhead view, side view. And the great thing that I love about this is it's all intuitive and automatic. So in other words, if it needs the side view, it's going to automatically pull up the side view. And so if we need the overhead view, it's going to pull that up. So it's all very intuitive, very automatic, very easy to use, as well as the entire car is. Heated seats are controlled right there, like the piano keys. Everything's got a real premium feel to it all throughout. Wireless charging is smartly located right here, so it doesn't interrupt you with the armrest. It allows you to have this storage here, and then you've got your cup holders, nice deep center console. And then if I want to turn the vehicle off, I can turn it off here, or I can just step out without the key fob and it automatically turns off. Come back here, and if we want to take a look in back, and I can open up the rear lift gate, power up, power down. By the way, remote start's built into here, and I can use the key fob without any limitations on range. So the key fob, for example, if I happen to be on top of a ski mountain, I'm about ready to take my last run and I want the car warmed up, I can go ahead and start it with the phone app or with the app on the phone, and there's no limitations in that respect. So just for comparison's sake, similar dimensions, but with the Outback, the opening is a little bit more limited than it is on the Blazer, not as squared off. And so I feel like it's a little bit more functional space on the Blazer EV than on the Subaru. And here's another view of that 60/40 split folding rear seat. And pop that down here. That folds down. Underneath there's some hidden storage here. Nice spot for your charger. That's a level 2, dual level charge cord. Charges at 120 or 240. And so there's the rest of the stuff for that. Now we can lower this hatch with the key fob, or there's a button located right here. Push the button on this. Give you another view of it. And so that is the 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV or 2024 Subaru Outback EV, whatever you prefer. But you can find it right here. If you'd like to learn more about it, just click the Learn More button below. Or if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Or come see it for yourself at Alderman Chevrolet GMC, Route 7 South in Rutland.